start it. Moment.
Okay. And we have one other person that is joining us.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, Nick. We were just doing some quick introductions. I'm Emily, part of the Cradlewise team.
I think so. Nick's audio is still, he's still connecting to the audio. Yeah, yeah.
Just give it a moment. There might be a tough connection. Radhika, do you want to go ahead and start?
Yep. Emily, can you just pin me so that it's
of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us from your busy schedule for this demo. We really love talking to parents, as Emily mentioned, and great that you are thinking about sleep this early, because I was not prepared for the sleep loss, and hence Cradlewise. I'm Radhika. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Cradlewise. I'm a mom of two. I have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old. But yes, they're much out of the crib stage, but my kids have been the first test engineers for Cradlewise, and I'm so jealous that you get to use this beautiful crib versus where my kids slept were the prototype versions of these cribs. And today we have with us Pamela. I mean, there's a story behind Pamela and Cradlewise. Once upon a time, Pamela was sitting on the other side, listening to the demo. And these were the days of 2020 when the world was all remote. And can you believe it? We had launched only in San Francisco Bay Area. And Pamela is down south in California. And she said, hey, can you please make an exception for me? I'm going to come driving and pick the crib up. Please, I just need this crib very badly. I'm like, okay, fine. I mean, I'll make this exception. And I'm so glad I made this exception, because I met this wonderful human. Pamela and TJ, both of them came and picked the crib up and have been, in touch since then. We talk over iMessage and congrats on being promoted, Pamela, with the second baby. I'm so glad to see that we have a repeat, Cradlewise user. So I just want to, honestly tell that the only bond that connects us is maybe the grit. I think so Pamela can share the story of grit. There's a backstory to that, and motherhood, I think so. We are not associated with Pamela. She just loves us, and she agreed to do this demo for us. So, you can ask any questions to Pamela and to me and Emily. We are it's a AMA session. So please feel free to unmute and ask us any question you might have. Thanks, Pamela, and welcome. You're not a guest.
I'm so happy that you reminded me of that. At one time TJ and I were just attendees. And thank goodness now all the tools and all the reviews that are at parents' hands of people using the product. We trusted Radhika and we trusted the product. We just genuinely felt something on the demo, and it was unspoken. And we couldn't stop talking about the crib. We're both tech geeks. We love tech, and one of the things that TJ said, he was like, as our car updates, I bet the crib will continue to update like that. We were kind of seeing in the future, hoping, that this would be just this incredible crib, but we went on gut instinct that we trusted you. And when you trust someone like that to run a great company, we knew that we could just take a chance. So I'm so happy just to be here to answer any questions, because I truly was just a part of a demo that led to now something that's truly been a remarkable part of our home. I mean, it's done for me what I couldn't do in the middle of the night. I love what Radhika says. she needed an extra hand sometimes, and she would think about parents being in the middle of the night. I don't have any family close by. All of my family's in Oklahoma. And so I leaned on Cradlewise as that extra pair of hands since day one. And now I'm seeing it with baby 2. And it's just like I'm getting even more sleep with the second baby than I was with the first, which is remarkable. So I'm excited just to be here. Please share any questions, anything that you're thinking about, and I'll try to help with an answer.
Yep. Thanks, Pamela, for all the, love and being our ambassador. Honestly, it has been an amazing journey to be part of your sleep journey. All right. Okay. So Nick, I know you just joined. I hope you can hear us clearly. If you want to just introduce yourself quickly before I get started on the demo. Okay. Not sure. Nick, can you hear us? All right, I'll take it after some time. All right, so I'm going to explain the structure of the crib, where's the monitor and what was the thought behind the structure. Then I'm going to explain the different modes, the auto and manual mode of operation. I'm going to do a walkthrough through the app. Then we'll show you the internals like the linen, and you can experience like how the mesh is removable and all of that. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the certifications and educate you on what to look for in a crib as a safe sleep environment for your baby. And in between, please stop me and ask any question. I promise you will not disturb me. All right. Okay. So let's get started. So the crib has been designed with the view that, for the first 2 years, generally, you will have the baby sleeping for the first 6 months in the bassinet and then transition to a crib and have a baby monitor. So we thought that, the frequent change in environment that the baby has to add 6 months, you have to suddenly transition from the bassinet to a crib, and then there's an anxiety point around that. So that was the primary concern and a design input that we need a constant sleep environment for the baby. And that makes a huge difference in setting sleep habits and also, like circumventing that anxiety point that, oh, I have to now transition to the baby to a different sleep environment and have a crib in a different room. So we integrated all of these products in one. And even Pamela can add to this, that how easy it is to shift from bassinet to a crib without having a whole routine around it, right? So that was the whole thought behind the structure. And apart from that, the core fundamental or the fabric, right, of Cradlewise is that we sense, measure, learn, and then actually impact the outcome, right? A lot of baby monitors inform you that the baby woke up, but then the onus of going and helping the baby go back to sleep with, like, again, you have to pace up and down, yoga ball, whatnot, right? We parents do. So this is going to, the monitor was designed to be integrated along with the crib so that whenever the baby stirs, the crib senses that and it immediately starts bouncing along with soothing music to help the baby go back to sleep. As a parent, you will soon realize that timing is everything when it comes to safeguarding baby sleep. And the crib exactly does that, because it is not possible to have your pair of eyes 24/7 on the baby. You will realize only once the baby wakes up crying, when they are overstimulated, and then it takes a longer time to help them go back to sleep. So that's the thought process behind integrating everything into one product. Pamela, you want to add something here?
I particularly love the bassinet. And I love that you highlighted there's anxiety around, just as a parent having anxiety in general of a change. And it was effortless when I say we just took the bassinet. You can take the bassinet out with Buster and went down to the lower level. He didn't notice it, and which means that we didn't notice it. It was so nice. and all the functionality, you're still there. You've learned so much of the crib while they're in bassinet mode that when you take it out and then it becomes their regular crib, you kind of feel like, okay, yeah, I know the functionality of everything. And I didn't know if like the bounce would be different for him when you take the bassinet out, and it wasn't. We didn't have to adjust that at all. It felt like he still liked some of those same levels. And then as they grow, that changes too. But yeah, it was effortless, the change between bassinet mode.
Yep. Thanks for adding your experience. So you would have seen photos and videos. We have a monitor arc here that houses the baby monitor, and this baby monitor gets a view of only the crib. Basically, it can look only at the baby. It does not see anywhere else in your room. And when the baby stirs, it starts bouncing. And this is the bassinet mode. I'm going to show a close-up later. This is the bassinet mode, and within 5 minutes of you need to just change a setting, and this drops down, the bed drops down and becomes a crib. So you have bassinet, crib, monitor, white noise machine, everything inbuilt. We have a speaker down that plays music that can be controlled through the app. So this is how the structure is designed. Do we have a question? No. Yep. So I am going to explain the two different modes of operation. We have an auto mode of bounce. I'm going to give it a bounce right now. It's gesture enabled. You can just give it a push and it starts bouncing. It starts at a very low intensity and slowly ramps up to the level that you have set on the app. So that if you just ensure that there are no jerky movements or sudden movements, and it's a smooth transition. It has a smooth start and a smooth stop. So that's how I know you all are curious to see the bounce. So there are two modes of operation. One is auto mode of bounce and manual mode of bounce. In the auto mode of bounce, the monitor can sense the first signs of stirring and starts rocking along with soothing music. So this is the mode in which the crib is intelligently detecting that the baby is about to wake up. It also knows the sleep patterns. With continuous usage, it has recorded the sleep patterns, and it can act just in time to safeguard sleep. In manual mode, it's like a complete override. You are in control. You can turn it on when you want. You can turn it on at the amplitude that you want. And you can also set that it should bounce for the next 20 minutes or 30 minutes. And you can have like a full control over there. So these are the two basic modes of operation in the crib. And right now, the crib is bouncing at its highest intensity. So I'm going to give a minute for you to observe that and feel it. I'm going to slowly reduce the intensity to a lower setting, the lowest setting, so that you can see how gently it bounces and get a sense for the bounce. As you will notice, now I have reduced the intensity of bounce to the lowest. It's not going to immediately take effect. It's going to go ramp down slowly. I don't know if you can see it in the video. It's a very tiny bounce that it keeps doing, so that you can, when the baby goes back to sleep, you can even turn it down. So these are the basic modes of operation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now share my screen and show the app. Any questions so far on the bounce, on the modes of operation? All right.
As you're going to share screen, I have to interject that I loved manual and TJ loved auto on the app. And we would have long conversations about why we liked, which way we liked, doing the crib. And now just the other day, I said, I think I might, with baby number 2, I might just do the auto. He said, it's so intelligent. And this is what he said to me. He said, let the crib do its job. And I was like, I sat back and I thought, All right. And it's so true when you'll learn which mode you prefer, and maybe a partner likes a different way, but it was true. There was a night that I left it on auto and let the crib do its job, and the intelligent watching and acting, I got such hard sleep. It was like, I woke up and I said, yeah, I just let the crib do the job. He was right.
Yeah, yeah. I know it feels like, oh, the crib knows better or I know better, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Yes. So this is our app. This is a dashboard. Yeah. And you can see the different modes. You can also switch the camera. So basically, you have controls of bounce and music on the dashboard. So if you click on the crib icon, you can see there are different modes here, auto mode and manual mode, which I just explained. You can see that the intensity is low. I can actually increase it from here. So it's in manual mode right now. And on the crib icon just below it, you can see that it's showing 25 minutes and it's in manual mode. So basically, it will tell you that it's going to bounce for the next 25 minutes in manual mode. So it's very customizable. You can shift to auto mode, you can turn it off and it will turn off. So, basic controls of auto and manual are there in the crib. And you can play and pause the music. What I'm going to do is we have white noise generator in the app because Zoom filters the original sound. I'm going to turn the original sound on and I'm going to turn the music on. Even the music ramps up slowly, so you will not see that sudden turn on of the music. So the music also can be switched between auto and manual mode. Are you able to hear the white noise?
Yes. We
Okay.
also hear some planes overhead, but
yes,
we hear
yes.
the white noise.
That's also kind of a white noise, but yep. So let me pause it and yes. So the music, you can select different kinds of music. We have a deep sleeper mode, like a sensitive sleeper. So you'll realize as a new parent that there is a particular kind of white noise that works best for your baby. And that's why we have given a full set of customization. If you click on the plus sign, you can actually change the kind of white noise that you want. If you want it to be more intense or mellow, that's indicated through the color of white noise. There's a white noise, there's a pink noise, and there's a brown noise. So as you go from white to brown, it becomes more and more mellow. You can overlay a kind of a nature sound like light rain, waves, or breeze. And then you can also overlay a heartbeat. And you can be kind of a DJ to your baby and have this recipe saved, which now is available on your dashboard as new track 10. And then you can always play that to your baby when the crib starts soothing. So you have the sound dashboard. Then you also have the notifications here in baby alerts. You will be able to see when the baby stirred, when the crib started bouncing, and when the baby slept off. So we have a lot of parents scrolling through the notifications to kind of get a gist of what has happened through the day. Because if you're at office and if your nanny is taking care, and that's where, I'd like to also hand it over to Pamela to understand how do these notifications and the sleep insights help you. So we have like a sleep tab that gives you a history of how the baby slept. So you can see if your baby slept from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., that sleep slot will be shown. If the baby stirred and the crib started bouncing, because I don't have real data here, you can zoom into any day in the past that you want and look at the sleep story, right? How the baby slept. And you'll get like, the baby slept for 10 hours in the night, and it woke up 3 times, and the crib ended up soothing 5 times. So you'll get all the summary here. Pamela, would love your,
the sleep
experience.
insights. I absolutely love. This is one of the screens my husband and I kind of like share, and we text. And I actually got to text Radhika a screenshot of my youngest. Her name is Honey, and she slept over 8 hours. I think it was like 8 hours, 17 minutes. She's 9 weeks old. She woke up once for a feeding. And we wanted to, I was keeping an eye on her probably every 3 hours. I had a little timer going off because she's just now getting to the point at that 9-week mark where I'm kind of letting her lead as to when she wants to be fed at night, because she's starting to get really hard sleep at night. So she had a span of with one feeding in the middle of an 8 hour, I think it was 8 hours, 17 minutes sleep with one soothing. So you'll also get to see the soothes in the red at the bottom of the screen. And then even throughout the day, there's times where I'll be able to put her in the crib, and my mom, there's a way for caretakers to watch the crib that we'll get into later. But sometimes I'll just put her in there to enjoy the crib, to get her used to it. And so in the yellow where it says awake, you'll see how many minutes she's been awake, but that might be in the middle of the day when I'm just letting her enjoy the crib. And so these insights were just another layer of real data that my husband and I love data. And we were, that this really, when it comes down to it for us, gives you a real insight into how they're sleeping. So yeah, I would say this is also another unparalleled part of the tech that's behind the crib. Yeah.
Yep. Thanks for sharing that. So what Pamela hinted to is the caregiver functionality is the best part, or like the best feature, I think. So I love it the most because I grew up with my grandparents, and I feel that, with all the distances and all the different things that have happened, parents, both side parents can enjoy these little moments. Like as Pamela mentioned, her family is far away, and she's going to share, the funny stories of her mom using the caregiver. So you can basically add any guardian and give different access levels, like view only or view and control if it's your nanny who is at home. And this helps just stay connected with the baby and actually have the village watching the baby. Pamela, I am so curious, even if I've heard it for the 10th or the 20th time.
We started calling it Granny Cam because I would text my mom, hey, she's in her crib, or I would get it. Well, now the caregiver team will get kind of an alert that says maybe if she's stirring in the crib or something. And so my mom has her iPad out and is just waiting to see when Honey's going to be in the crib, or Buster. When it was Buster, she would say she would have friends over. I think we were talking about this the other day. TJ and I were talking about the fact that it's incredible that caregivers from wherever they are, you grant them the access. It's wonderful because they can have access as an administrator or just as a view only. And so all of our caregivers have like a view only ad in the settings, right? And sometimes my mom will say, okay, wave to us, I'm with my friends. And so there's something to be said for the fact that you can see like a baby sleeping right now, which blows my mind that we're watching a crib that can do this just to see the baby. But then in real time, I think that the extra, like what really blows people's minds is if you have them within the caregiver app and they're watching the baby and they're with other people and they're describing, yeah, I'm watching, my mom will literally be at a restaurant. And so I'm watching my granddaughter sleep. And they're like, that's not really, no, it's a screenshot. Yeah, right. They'll say something. And she'll text me and say, wave to the camera. And I'll peek my head down and do a little wave. And and she's like, it blows their minds that in real time, she's getting to watch her granddaughter. And it's one of those things that just makes people light up, because you really feel the connectivity. You really feel like on both sides of our family. We've even gotten to the point where with Honey, we're going to add someone as a caregiver because they've been such a vital part of helping our children grow. It's a family friend that's become sort of more like family. And TJ was like, we should add them as a caregiver. That would be such an honor for them. And so it's now even become a portion of our family where we can say, would you like to be a caregiver on this app? And during your day, if you wanted to check in and watch her, you could. So we're going to do that literally on Sunday. We're like offering if they want to be part of our caregiver team. So that's really just how special it is. It's like now going to be like a gift to them. So yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, this is really awesome, that you're using it more like, you're bringing in more members into your family.
Yes. Yeah. Like you said, the village that you can kind of see right there.
Yep. Yep. Thank you. So yeah, the other functionality which was most requested by our parents is the dark mode. So I'm just going to shift it to dark mode. We have had parents who use this, like they keep the monitor on through the night so that, you can just peek and see is everything fine, because sometimes when you hear them, not necessarily they need attention, but so they're like, at 3 a.m. in the morning, I don't want to stare at a very bright screen. And that's where, our design team worked wonders in building this dark mode into the app. All the functionality, just that they are mellow, because even parents need to sleep, right? So we just got this dark mode up. We do have a Spotify in the settings. You can actually connect the crib as a speaker and stream any Spotify song onto the crib. That enables you, to play the songs that you love, a part of your culture, which you grew up. So that's another loved feature by our parents. Recent feature that we have added is also picture in picture, where when you want to multitask and sometimes even watch Netflix, that's okay. We have the picture in picture, which enables you to keep an eye on the baby while multitasking on the phone. So yeah, these are all the different, and as Pamela mentioned at the start of the call, that this is an living, breathing like crib, right? We keep updating bi-weekly with features. We also send out emails as part of our product development series. We have a product glimpse email series, which we have a monthly update explaining what are the new features that we added. Or if you have a suggestion, we welcome you to co-create with us, because this is your baby's crib, and we only will learn more as we talk to new parents that PIP was one of the most requested feature, and then we had to just rejig our product roadmap and get the PIP in, because everybody was like, no, we need that, because we are doing a lot of other things and want one eye on the baby. So it's actively being developed, and we welcome you to write to Emily, write to support@cradlewise.com and be part of the co-creation. All right, any questions on the app? Happy to zoom on any particular feature that you would like to see. All right. Okay. Yeah, one other thing is audio monitoring. You can also use this as a audio monitor, and in the background you can see that you can keep the app on in the background, keep it in sleep mode, and still keep hearing to the baby. while you're working, so that you don't want to just keep streaming the video or looking at the screen to keep an eye on the baby. So that way you have an audio and a video monitor inbuilt. Yep. That's all on the app side. I'm going to now show the internals of the crib, show the linen, and then talk about the certifications around the crib. Yeah. Meanwhile, Pamela and Emily, you know, just zoom on anything specific you can.
I love the picture-in-picture. I didn't realize that I was needing it until I went, oh, game on. Now I can do picture-in-picture.
Right.
So that's anytime there's a new update. It seems like you are definitely have your finger on the pulse of what customers are saying, and then we get the benefits of that.
Yes. And I think, like I said, we talk to our customers all day. And what I love is that, they're constantly sending us different ideas, feature updates, and, our team is looking at those things in real time and making prioritizations of their work based on our customer feedback. So, picture-in-picture is just one example of that, that we had people request and made it happen in, record time, I think.
TJ literally a few weeks ago goes, they should have a dark mode. Do they have a dark mode? And I go, you didn't know they had a dark mode? He goes, they may not. And he went through and I watched him literally see it. And he goes, oh, yeah, they've thought of that. I was like, yeah, they have the dark mode.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna give it a stop. You can just tap it on the crib and it will stop. I don't know if this has that option.
Might not be enabled.
Yeah, may not be enabled, but let me give it a yes. Yeah. So I'm gonna take the baby out. So you can see that this is the bassinet mode. It's visible, right? Yeah. So this is the bassinet mode. This is the bed, the mattress. I'm just going to take the mattress out. I'm going to show the mattress in detail too. Now here you have a Velcro. It can be snapped out, and you have the mesh for the bassinet that comes out very easily. So that's it. This is the bassinet mesh. It's very easy to remove it, and this can be washed because things happen. It's dynamic. And then there is an attachment here. This attachment is the bassinet mode attachment. You can take this out, and that's it. It turns it into a crib. So, and on this side, I don't know if that's visible. I'm going to just maybe pop it in. If you can see on this side, there is a zip. This zip just comes out, and even the crib mesh can be removed. The crib mesh also can come out. So every part of the crib is modular. You can wash it and use it, maintain hygiene, because with kids as they grow old, and especially a product which can be used for 2 years, you want the ability to clean it frequently. So we have designed it in such a way that, everything of this can be changed, washed, and cleaned to maintain hygiene. I'm going to walk you through the mattress design. So this is the mattress. We send you 2 fitted sheets, a mattress cover, and the actual mattress. So this is a fitted sheet. This is slightly older design. We have come up with a new design of the fitted sheet, but this is the fitted sheet. It's 100% cotton. It has waterproof lining. Then you have the mattress cover. It's lightly quilted. As you can see, this is also 100% cotton. We don't use any PU foam, any artificial fillers. This is also waterproof. So you have 2 layers of waterproof covers on the mattress. And then this is the mattress. This mattress is made of a natural rubber latex on the top, and in between there's a sandwich of coconut coir, and then there's a ABS sheet for it to give a shape and a firm and flat structure as it sits into the crib. And this mattress and the entire crib is Green Guard Gold certified. What it means is that there are no volatile organic compounds that are emitted from this product. Basically, you would have heard about off-gassing, like our sofas, our beds, all of these use a lot of petroleum products and they off-gas. And it's especially not good for the baby because they are, their nose is still sensitive, they are developing, and they're sleeping for longer time. They're sleeping on an average for 15 to 16 hours for the first 2 years. So we have just ensured that despite the technology, ultimately the bed where your baby is sleeping is natural and organic. And we've gone a step beyond to do the certification for which is Green Guard Gold. It's one of the toughest certifications, and it's an optional certification. It's not mandatory. So we have done that to ensure that the entire crib is free of VOCs. All our toys, mattresses, all this end up polluting our indoor air, and our indoor air is much more polluted compared to the outdoor air. So we've just ensured that as a baby company, we at least don't, add to that pollution. And we have that. Apart from that, the crib is having certifications as specified by the Consumer Product Safety Commission, CPSC. CPSC has certification requirements for infant cribs, infant bassinets, and monitors. We qualify all those. Those are mandatory certifications. We also are JPMA certified, which is Juvenile Products Manufacturers Association, has these test labs that you can go and get the certification for JPMA programs. So we are JPMA certified. It ensures a lot of things like, these are all jargons. I know as a parent, when I was researching, this is like a whole wide world and it's difficult, it's overwhelming. For example, I can give you very simple understanding of what this certification means, right? There are different certifications for how much the height of the crib be from the top rail to the mattress, right? So that when the baby is capable to hold and stand and they can't, jump out of the crib. Even the bassinet mode, how much should the height be? If you have anything, is there any entanglement hazard? This distance should be enough so that even if the baby stands here and pops the head out, there is no entanglement hazard. So we have gone through the most rigorous certifications for cribs, bassinets, and monitors, and we qualify for all of them. Apart from that, because this is an electronics product, we also have FCC certification. So every consumer electronic product in the US needs to be FCC qualified for the RF emissions, and we have the FCC certifications for all the electronics. So these are all the certifications. We also have a California Prop 65, which ensures that none of the material used in the crib has any cancer-causing material like leads, phthalates, BPA, even the box, right? Everything. They take small pieces of all the materials that are used in the crib, like the wood, the plastic, the rubber, the textiles, all of those, they take small pieces of it and test for, I think so there are like 20,000 plus chemicals that they test for. So California especially has a lot of stringent requirements that if there is any cancer-causing material, you need to put a big label saying, you would have seen on packaging materials that, this has a cancer-causing material, and that needs to be clearly displayed on the product if you don't qualify CP65. So we qualify CP65. There are no leads, phthalates, BPA in the product. So that's all about the certifications, and happy to answer any questions you might have. think so. Yeah, I think so. It's been overwhelming. Too much of information and too many data points to digest. But feel free to unmute and ask us anything. Ask Pamela any question with respect to sleep or sleep habits. Need not be related to Cradlewise too.
No questions from Jake. Thanks, Jake.
Thank you, Jake. All right. And it's okay if something pops your mind, please write us to support@cradlewise.com, and Emily and her team will get back to you with any questions and answers that you might have.
Oh, actually, Jake wants to know about the warranty period. Do you want to tell them a little bit about the limited warranty and the extended warranty?
Yes. So, Jake, we have a 1 year manufacturer's warranty. So if there is any problem with the motor, with the camera unit, or any part, right, like out of the box, if there was a damage, because you'll be surprised how FedEx and UPS handles these products, you can be completely worry-free for the 1 year. Any part or the entire crib, if required, will be replaced. And for if you're planning to use across babies, like how Pamela is using, we have now launched an extended warranty program which covers you for 2 years, in terms of everything, like even replacing the mesh, or as I mentioned, the electronics parts. Emily, you want to add something? Like you handle this.
Yeah. I was actually just going to mention about the 100-night trial. When you purchase your crib, if you're anything like me, you probably want to have things set up way before the baby arrives. And so people often ask about the 100-night trial and when that starts. It actually starts when you first put your baby in the crib, not when it's delivered. So you do get that entire 100 nights, 100 days to experience the crib and make sure that it fits for you, for your family, for your baby. And then the warranty that, of course, like Radhika was saying, is 1 year and then 2 years for the extended warranty. And that can be added even within that 100-day trial period if you decide.
Oh, yes, right.
That was peace of mind for us, for sure. When we thought, well, we have that flexibility, and your team is so responsive. We had an issue, a minor issue in that first year, and immediately you said, we're sending you a new crib. It was literally to our door, and I thought, this is incredible, just the response of the team. And it was such a minor thing, but you went above and beyond. So yeah, in real time as a customer, that was so nice, of not missing any night's sleep.
Yeah. Great. And then a question about the weight capacity. It is 33 pounds in total. So for the bassinet, it's 18 pounds, or about like 5-6 months. Then you want to go ahead and transition to crib mode. And yes, we have people that are using it all the way up through 2 years.
Yeah. How did you use it, Pamela? Like Buster, I know he's like just at the transition point when he had to make space for Honey.
Yes. He came home from the hospital, and that's the only crib he's known. And same with Honey, it's the only crib she's known. But we wanted to transition Buster before she was born to a little toddler bed. And I thought, man, Cradlewise is going to start having to make toddler beds now, because I was just mourning. My best friend sent me pictures of the app saying, we need a new baby in this crib because there's no baby in the crib because we had some time that we wanted to allow him to adjust to a toddler bed. But now he's wanting to go and like peek over the edge. He wants to like know about the crib again. It's kind of like he's remembering. But we used that until he was about 20 months, so, or a little less. He was probably 19 months when we knew we needed to transition him, just to give him time as we needed to bring baby home. But we could have continued to use it. I think he was right at like 30 pounds. So we could have continued to use it if he didn't have somebody coming into his space. But yeah, so I can tell you that it still worked for him all the way through.
Got it. Yep.
Great. And yeah, another question, is the mattress a standard size, and do we need to special order sheets?
Yeah, so the mattress is designed because this crib has a unique shape, right? And also as per certifications, you have to use the exact same mattress, because if you end up using a bigger or a smaller mattress, it's like a sleep safety hazard for the baby, because it won't be firm and flat. The mattress is designed to fit this crib. So any other mattress, though the crib is a standard mini crib size crib, you cannot use any other mattress than the one that is provided by Cradlewise. So it comes with the crib, and the sheets, we give 2 sheets so that you are like, good to go from day one and don't have to have that, worry about what if this gets soiled. But you can always order extra sheets as an accessory from our website.
I actually put the sheets on our registry for baby number 2. And one of my friends saw the Cradlewise sheets on our registry and said, I don't know anything about this crib. What is it? And we started a conversation about it. So know that you can use your registry as a tool to get some of these extra things as well. We even made a crib fund on our registry
Yes.
before Buster was born. So that's this is an investment. It's an incredible investment. And we thought, well, let's put, sometimes on registries, they'll have, do you want to do any kind of cash fund or any kind of babysitting fund, and we just called it a crib fund. And it was TJ's mom's group of girlfriends. They started donating to it, and they said, we just want video of this crib, this Jetsons crib. It's from the future. We want video, and we're gonna donate to this crib fund. And before we knew it, it was just an idea to have it as a placeholder on our registry. And so many people responded to, we had a clip of it. You could add a clip of whatever it was. And it was the Cradlewise YouTube clip. And so it was interesting to see people getting excited just to donate to our crib fund. So know that that's an opportunity because it is an investment. Yeah, that worked out for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. So many things I'm forgetting, but it's so fresh in your mind with the baby number 2. Yeah. So you can add to your baby list registry. There's another registry called Poppy List. You can add to that. And Emily, you want to tell about how you can break it down into $100 gift cards. I think so. That's
Oh, yeah, certainly. Yeah, that's one of the things that some of our prospective customers do, is that they'll add the gift cards to their registry as well, and ask for, similar to what Pamela was saying, different funding options, and then they'll use the gift cards to go ahead and purchase. So that's an option as well.
so, yeah. So no, there's no pressure for purchasing the entire $2,000 from one person. And it's glad that if your parents want to do that, but you can break it down into $100 gift cards so that it's a group of, your friends and family can donate towards the crib.
Yes. And Radhika, do you want to tell everybody about the sale that's happening right now?
Oh, yes. So we have a summer sleep sale that's going on. So apart from the $50 successive discount for the advance order that you place, you'll get an additional $200 off. So basically a total of $550 off if you are placing an order 7 months in advance. So please take advantage of the sale. We have it till the month end.
Great. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Thank you for the questions as well. Thank you to Pamela for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
To hear about baby number 2. I love that.
Yeah.
Again, I just wanted to highlight, if anybody has other questions, you can go ahead and send us an email at support@cradlewise.com. You can also just go right on our website and chat with us. We're available there as well. Always here to help. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and send out this video to all of you and the other people who registered as well. So everybody can take a look. So,
thank you. Thank you, Pamela, for, you're always such a pleasure and lots to learn.
Yes. I love seeing everyone. Congratulations to everyone as well.
Yeah. Congrats. See you. Have a great weekend ahead. See you.
Have a good
Bye.
weekend. Bye.